All right, hey guys. This is what I was afraid was going to happen. So my computer's down, so we're using the phone, so bear with us. We're a little tight screen tonight. I'm here doing another interview, and I'm doing something a little different than what you guys normally see. I'm normally with the gym, talking about, the different things the gyms have to offer. Well, through my experience here training at Blairwood, I have had the pleasure of working with Anissa Neubauer now. And from working with her and getting to know her, she's got quite an incredible story that I wanted to share with you guys in hopes that it inspires somebody else to get out and moving, because she's had several obstacles to overcome. And diet and exercise has played a huge part in improving her quality of life and making lots of changes for the better. Things that she thought that she was going to have to settle for the rest of her life, she is now proven wrong. And so I wanted to share this story with you guys. If you have any comments, please put them out there for us. If you have any questions for us, you can always direct message me, or it's Anissa Neubauer. You can follow her on Facebook. And then she also runs the Olive Branch Foundation, so you can follow that on Facebook as well. She posts regularly, both of them, about her story, about other things, so they're both good pages to go and follow. All right, so we're here with Anissa, and I'm going to tell you, well, let me give you just a little base real quick. Okay, so Anissa was diagnosed with Hashimotos Disease, and I'm going to let her explain what that is, but basically it affects your thyroid, so weight gain, lethargy, anything and everything that the thyroid, which it regulates a ton, it messed with her, and it messed with her body, and she's had it for 21 years. So she knows, I guess, the whole ups and downs of what it can do. So she was diagnosed with that. And from there, I guess you said, you always exercise and things like that, and then kind of succumbed to this disease for a little bit, and I'm going to let her get into it. She kind of succumbed to it for about 5 years because she was a working mom, busy traveling, had clients. She has her foundation and things like that, so she had that excuse that a lot of you have, is I'm just too busy for exercise, which we all know is an excuse. There is time, somehow, some way that you can get it in. So let's just get started. Let's go. Why don't you tell us, I guess, a little bit about what you were feeling that when you. This is so, guys. Sorry. There we go. Okay. What initially the symptoms that you were having that you started to have? Why don't you just kind of start at the beginning and kind of give them what it was, what the things that you started noticing in your life, the changes.
Okay. Thank you, Cynthia.
Yeah.
The first thing, I was diagnosed in when I was 26 years old, so it's been 21 years ago. I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's disease, and they actually originally thought it was Graves' disease, because Hashimoto's originally, it will present as Graves because you'll immediately start losing lots of weight and be exhausted, tired, your hair starts thinning, you can even become depressed, have short-term memory issues, but there's other things that came along with it that I didn't realize until later, like infertility, decreased libido, it can create early onset of menopause. There are so many things because, as Cynthia said, the endocrine system, your thyroid controls all of that. So heat sensitivity, cold sensitivity, agitation. I mean, anything you can think of that could go wrong, it impacts. And for years, my doctor gave me a diet that I was supposed to follow back in the 1990s. And, it's easy to get away from it when you get busy with kids and work and travel. And you're like, well, look, I can't, prepare all my foods. So 20 years of this I dealt with this disease. And about a year ago, my life changed a little bit, and I started focusing 100% on our foundation, and so I was in Louisville all the time, no longer traveling, no longer having that excuse if I can't get to the gym. Okay. And I decided I wanted to promote our foundation more intensively, and a friend of mine recommended that I go into a pageant, the Mrs. Kentucky America pageant. And I said, oh yeah, I'm pretty little. I was 122 pounds, 46 years old. I thought, I have 22% body fat. I'm right on target, feeling, thinking I look pretty good. And she says, well, you're skinny obese. I was like, excuse me?
Yes.
And there's another name for that.
Yeah, we call it TOFI. It's thin on the outside, fat on the inside. Not everybody skinny is fit, guys. So.
Yeah, and I was told that by several people. Just because you're thin, you're not fit. And I had clearly a lot of fat. She said, you need to work out. And luckily, I was not offended at all. I was actually kind of almost relieved because someone had the courage just to say, you're not healthy. And then I had a motivation. So I needed to get fit. This was end of June. So July 1st, I started working out with a trainer. Okay. And also going to Cynthia's classes, which was amazing. And within 4 months, I lost 12% body fat.
Yeah, about 12.
Oh, about 10% body fat. And that's more important than the pounds.
Right.
Because the scale says I weigh 10 pounds less, but I lost probably 15 pounds of fat.
Yeah.
And then gained muscle. The benefits of it, though, so much more than just the physicality of it. It was the emotional and the just the health benefits of it. And I was eating right, finally, because I had a goal. So cutting out all the sugars and the alcohol, ladies, sorry, but you can't drink every night.
No, you can't.
I would say, I'm so stressed out, so I'm going to have a glass of wine. Well, you just can't. Right. And, the eating fast food because I'm in a rush.
Right.
I have to meal plan now. But now, guess what? All of these symptoms that I had that they told me were just part of my life. Just get over it.
Right. That they were medicating and just saying, just settle for it. Right.
All my doctors were like, well, you're doing pretty well considering.
Considering what? Yeah.
Like, okay, so I had no sex drive.
Right.
I was tired all the time. I couldn't remember anything. I mean, really, it was constant. Like, I couldn't remember where my keys were, nothing. I was feeling depressed, quite honestly.
Sure.
And just a myriad of things. But when I started on this clean eating and working out 6 times a week, all of a sudden, and even premenstrual cramping, and I was going into early menopause, all of these things went away. And I'm not exaggerating. My OBGYN said, I can't even believe it.
I hope you ladies literally are looking at what exercise and clean eating did for somebody. Yes.
It took me out of perimenopause. I have a sex drive that I had when I was 25 again. I mean, seriously, my husband's a very happy man now. My skin cleared up. My hair got thick again.
Yeah.
Even my hairdresser said, what did you do to your hair? It's gotten so much thicker. I'm not depressed anymore. I'm remembering things, so my kid can't get things over on me anymore because I remember what I said. And I'm just a happier person. And the least important part was physically how I look. But I've had people tell me I look 10 years younger. I'll be 47 in 2 weeks, and
She looks amazing.
Well,
amazing.
thank you. But I feel amazing. But Cynthia's class and then working out with my trainer here changed my life.
And the food, though.
And
food. I mean, the working out is always great. It's for lean muscle mass, but food is your healer.
It is.
Food is your healer. It really is. So.
And people used to always tell me, I'm like, I'll just work it off. You can't.
You can't. It doesn't work that way.
You cannot work it off. If I ate the way I used to eat and worked out, I might feel a little bit better, but I wouldn't have this type of transformation.
Right.
I mean, to lose 3 inches in my waist in under 3 months.
Right.
And 2 inches off my chest and my back.
And the strength that she's gained, and looking good, ladies. It's your husband.
Oh, hey, baby.
But the strength that she has. So if you went to her Facebook page and she did the Mrs. Kentucky, and everybody did great, but you can look at her, and I told her that. Like, her shoulders and the way her legs looked in the dress and stuff. I mean, she killed it. She looked absolutely amazing. She looked like a strong, fit, healthy woman, and it was just I was like so proud of her. Yeah. And then just to get to know her and hear this story even more, and just she's got a disease stacked against you. So many of you don't have any kind of disease. You just have work, life, kids, whatever it may be. It's not an excuse, you can make it happen. And then the other side of it too, though, that I wanted to say is that, yes, she worked out 6 days a week, but she was working for this pageant. You're now done with that, and you're working out 4 days a week?
4 to 5.
Yeah, 4 to 5. So, I mean, she was hitting it very hard in the beginning because she had a goal to do. But now that that's backed off, she's backed off, but she's still doing it because she loves it and loves the way that she feels and the things. And then still working on, because you can always, keep going and working towards goals. But just the food and her hair and the skin and things like that comes, exercise, yes, but that's your food.
It's your food.
It's your food. It's your food. It's your food. I mean, mine go, because I have so much hair, and they go in there and just, it's so pretty, I know. Anyways, I don't care. You guys know I don't care. But, I go in there and they're like, God, how much hair do you have, And it's because of how I eat. And,
it's true. But not only did it change my life, it changed my whole family's life.
Your family's life,
because if moms, we are the barometer of the family.
Yeah.
And my husband said this to me. He goes, it's amazing how much power you women have that you may not even know you have. He lost 20 pounds. He's healthier than he's ever been. Our daughter's working out all the time now. And now she says, I want to be fit too. I want to be strong. Because beautiful is redefined.
Yeah.
Strength is beauty. It's
agree.
not about your measurements, it's not about your weight, but it is about your health. And whatever you put in your body, I remember people used to tell me that all the time. I was in medical device sales. It wasn't like I was ignorant, okay?
Right.
I knew. But I just wouldn't believe it. But the second you start being more cognizant of what you put inside your body, when you go back to trying to eat unhealthy again, your body will reject it. The first time I had something fried right after the pageant, I was so sick. I was cramped over in the middle of a restaurant. I was embarrassed. I was so miserable. So what does that tell you?
It's not good for you.
Not good for you.
It's not good for you. That's your body saying this is not good for you. Yeah.
And I have to point this out for women especially. Be careful with dairy, because most of us are lactose intolerant. You may not think you are, but it causes inflammation.
Yes. Yeah.
And I have not been bloated once since I got dairy off my diet. Not once.
Well, and like cancer patients or people with severe diseases, doctors will go in and clean their diet or pull out their diet, and the first things that they typically remove are gluten and dairy, because they're both inflammatories.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying you guys can't enjoy it, but just know that they are inflammatories. And if you're bloated and you're gassy and you're things like that, those are signs too that your body's telling you, hey, this isn't good for you. Yeah, I don't like it. You know, it's kind of your body rejecting it.
If I ever do eat bread, I only eat Dave's bread. It's a lot lower in carbs, very high in protein. I don't eat it very often, but if
fiber,
and high in fiber. But if I really want a piece of bread, that's what I'll eat. Okay. And you know what? Your taste buds will change. Things that I swore I would never eat, now I love. So you have to give yourself time. I mean, you know, you didn't fall. Trust me, the very first time you had Diet Coke, it didn't taste good.
Right.
You know.
No.
But now you've gotten used to stuff like that.
Right.
So just take it out of your diet, and eventually you'll get used to it not being there anymore. I'm not going to lie, the first month I cried a lot. You could ask my family. I was not very friendly. I was a little edgy.
Hangry?
I was hangry a lot and edgy.
Yeah.
But it will pass.
Yeah. You just have to be consistent with it. Yeah. So many people, because they get so used to eating the fried things, and I'm sure there's somebody like, well, I don't feel that when I eat fried stuff. Well, probably because you've been eating it consistently for a long time, and your body, just like anything else, it becomes accustomed to it, and you plateau, for lack of better wording, and you're used to it, so it doesn't bother it anymore. But I guarantee if you pulled it out, hey Sherry, if you pulled it out of your diet, food, you're saying, I know she eats Doritos and Dr. Pepper, and I'm trying to get her off of it.
If you would have seen, I ate McDonald's
skinny too.
almost every day.
Oh God,
it was horrible.
I
You know,
don't know.
And people would be like, you know, I used to tell people, you can ask my neighbor who's a doctor. I used to say, if I want to lose weight, I just eat McDonald's. Well, yeah, because it gave me diarrhea. I mean. It's horrible for you. Your body can't absorb it. It's all fat.
Yes. Oh.
All fat. It's disgusting. I'm embarrassed I just said that.
But that's okay.
You know
it's true.
what? It's the truth.
It's true. Oh, but yeah. Oh, but yes, that's what it is. You know, your body becomes accustomed to it, so that's why you can continue to eat it. But I guarantee, as soon as you pull it out, and like she said, it sucks. It does suck. I'm not gonna lie. I've never lied to a client and been like, "Oh, this is gonna be so easy, and you're just gonna love that broccoli I'm putting in front of you." It's not gonna happen. There's an adjustment period. Just like anything else, there's always an adjustment period. Change is always scary. Change is always hard. But 9 times out of 10, that change is for the better.
And you know what? When you're really hungry, bark tastes good. I'm telling you. I was eating things that I was like, I'm so hungry, I don't care what it is, I'm going to eat it.
Just put it in front of my
face.
But
I was also really very blessed because my husband loves to cook, and he got on board with me. So you can't leave this to the last minute. Like if you want to eat healthy, you have to have the food in your refrigerator prepared. So one thing I learned, I always have a rotisserie chicken in my fridge at all times.
I do too. Always. That's a go-to. That's funny. Great. Yeah, I tell my clients that, like, of anything, just stop. You can stop anywhere now and get one of those rotisserie chickens. Put it in there. I just pick on it. Yeah, yes. I always have it. That and lunch meat. I always say those are two simple things.
And lettuce, so I can wrap it, and some mustard.
Yeah, and mustard. Yeah,
mustard becomes your friend.
Right, exactly. I love some mustard.
And tons of water. Always have. And I drink a lot of those ice waters. They have no calories in them. Yeah, they've got some flavoring. It's kind of like a dessert for me.
Okay.
So I'll have one of those because I'm feeling like I really want something sweet, but I'm not going to.
Yeah.
So it's 5 calories, and so find things that make you feel like you're cheating, and you're not cheating.
Right, you're not blowing it.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I saw. And there's lots of, too, like she said, when you start to pull some of that sugar out of it, you really don't crave it as much. Sugar truly is an addiction. I know everybody's heard this by now, but sugar truly is an addiction. They did this, I read this medical study they did with mice, and they gave them cocaine and they gave them sugar, and they gave each for a certain amount of time and back and forth, and then they put the mice in a box with the cocaine and the sugar. Which one do you think they went to? the sugar, right? So that's telling you sugar is more addictive than cocaine, and cocaine is horribly addictive. So it literally messes with your chemicals, your hormones, all that stuff in your body. And when you start to pull it out, you really stop craving it as much. I don't really crave sugar ever.
Well, you know what I didn't realize too, because I went cold turkey for the first 30 days, which honestly, it's like
that's tough. No,
it was really tough. But I'm going to tell you, it's for me, trying to wean things out slowly doesn't work because it's too easy to go back and cheat. So one of the things I went cold turkey on was no wine, which I know most of you are going, "What? Are you insane?" I thought, "Oh, I don't crave sugar." I was like, "I never eat sugar." The second I cut wine out, I started wanting candy bars and cookies so badly it was ridiculous. All wine is sugar.
Sugar, yeah, right.
You know, so there are alternatives for everything. I mean, there's always vodka.
So. It still has the same process, so don't tell them that. It's less sugar, but it still has the same process on your body, so don't do that. Yeah, but I mean, that's good for you. I typically recommend, though, for clients to make small changes. Like, I have a lot of clients that come to me and they drink a bottle a night. So I'm like, well, go ahead and just pour one glass out down the sink, and you have one less each night. And then the next week we have a little bit less, you know, and stuff. And that typically is more sustainable for most people making the small changes. But there are the few hardcore badasses that can make, you know, clean cold turkey, but that's very hard to stick with.
Well, it was horrifying, honestly. But but you know, I wish I would have known you when I first started, because that would have been helpful to know that I could do that.
Yeah. Just slow changes, but it's okay. You did it, so you made
I survived.
it. Yeah,
I survived. Right. I'm still here. No one thought I would be, and my whole family was in shock. They're like, "What?"
Still alive and kicking ass. All right. What does that say? That's funny. Oh my God, I love it. All right. Well, do you have anything else you can share? I wanted to get her on here, guys, to show you that no matter what, I mean, she's got even more obstacles than the average working woman. You know, you're not messed up. But she had a lot. Your thyroid really regulates a whole lot of stuff. And she was telling me, like, Hashimoto's, it's not like low thyroid or hypothyroidism. She has both. It's like super fast and then super low. So when you think you get it regulated up here, then it probably drops and it goes low, and then you got to regulate it down here. So it's just this.
It's very difficult. Well, normally when it presents, it can present a lot of different ways. But the reason Hashimoto's is so difficult is because it's not controllable. And what it does is, you still have real thyroid left, so your thyroid will speed up to compensate for it being low for such a long time, which then actually exacerbates it. It makes it worse and even slower. So you've got to take medicine. Right. And once you get on medication like Synthroid or Armour-thyroid, you won't have those ups and downs. Yeah. You'll present like hypo.
Okay.
Which most people, when I tell them that, they're like, "There's no way you're hypothyroid. You're so thin." Well, I work at it. Right. So my message to everyone out there listening is, please look at my Facebook and go back and look how swollen my face looked 6 months ago. You can't always tell with my body because, I'm a petite person. Yeah. But I did put some before and after pictures so you could see the amount of just excess fat I had. And I'm telling my story because I really want women, especially women who are, late 30s, early 40s, to know I'm over the mid 40s now. I'm almost 47. You don't have to give up. Life isn't over.
Don't settle.
You don't have to, start wearing a muumuu, all right? You still can do this, and you will feel better in the end, and you will have more energy. You will be happier, and happy people are more fun, and you'll get out more, and you'll start feeling better about yourself. And, I will tell you right now, I feel better today than I did 21 years ago, and that's a fact. Yeah.
That's what I always say. I mean, I'm 37. I mean, I'm 39. Jeez.
Why do you lie?
I don't even know. I'm not trying to lie. I just don't even think about it. But I'm 39, and I am in the best shape I've ever been in. Versus, I mean, I always played sports and everything, but it was never. I was the teenager who conditioned, but I ate the fast food because you're a teenager and you can, you know, and stuff. And now that I actually put the food and the exercise and the knowledge and all of it together, I'm strong. I feel good. My energy, I've been told like I'd wear out the Energizer Bunny. Like my energy goes.
Oh, she does, because trust me. I mean, she teaches class like 10 times a day. I don't know how she does it. She kicks my butt in the morning and then kicks my husband's at night. But by the way, I can actually squat more than my husband.
Yeah, right. I can too. My husband. Yeah, I know for a fact. Even though he'll say no, but I know I can. But anyways, we just want to get on here. I hope this inspires somebody to, just make a small step. And again, check out her Facebook page. If you have any questions, you can direct message both of us. Happy to point you in any direction. If somebody that's got Hashimoto's wants to contact her, like, how the hell did you do this? What can I do? What suggestions? Please feel free to. That's what we're both here for. We both want to influence people and hopefully help some people get moving, get active, try some new things, get outside of your comfort box, and don't settle. Just don't settle.
Because you don't have to.
Right. Yeah. Anything
Thanks,
else?
Cynthia. No, I just good luck to everybody.
Yeah,
Do
good
it.
luck. Do it.
Don't make excuses.
There you go. There you go. Excuses killers. Excuse killers, whatever you want to say. All right. All right, guys. Have a great night. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out. Bye.